Have you ever felt like you hit rock bottom? Have you ever had your heart shattered and your trust broken? What if I told you that sometimes the deepest betrayal can actually be the spark for your greatest victory? This is Sophia's story. A woman who, on what was supposed to be the happiest day of her life, came face to face with the cruelest side of betrayal. But instead of giving up, she rose again. She turned pain into power, humiliation into empowerment, and revenge into an act of rebirth. Get ready to step into a world where resilience is the ultimate strength. This is Sophia's story, and her life lesson might just be the key for you to rewrite your own happy ending. Just 30 minutes before her wedding, Sophia, radiant in her stunning white dress, was living a dream. The air smelled of orange blossoms and promises. She was about to marry Pedro, the man she believed was the love of her life, the man who, she thought, saw her not just as the wealthy Vasconcelos' heiress, but as his soulmate. But life doesn't always follow the script of fairy tale. A strange, intuitive Iona's sharp pain in her chest pushed her to step into the room next door, where Pedro was supposedly getting ready. As she approached the half-open door, the sound of his voice shattered the silence in her heart. She's so blind, she doesn't even realize the only thing I love about her is the millions waiting for me. Pedro's voice echoed, cold and mocking. These cartel debt's a nightmare, but the little princess will get me out of it. She's just a taquito way to pay off my past and secure our future. With every word, Sophia's world collapsed. The pain was unbearable, the shock paralyzing. He spoke of debts, of a dangerous cartel, and of how she was nothing more than his golden ticket to freedom. And then came the final blow. Pedro revealed he had a mistress, Helena, whom he had been with for years. And she's pregnant, he added. But she understands I have to marry the princess first to lock everything in, right? This marriage to the Baroness is just our ticket to freedom. Tears streamed down Sophia's face, smudging her flawless makeup. Yet in the midst of unbearable pain, something new was born of cold fire. The greatest betrayal of her life was about to become her greatest opportunity. She refused to fall apart. With trembling hands but a focused mind, Sophia ran to the bathroom, turned on her phone's recorder, and pressed it against the wall. Pedro's confessions became undeniable evidence. Then she made the one call that could change everything. "Dad, I need you. Right now. Before the ceremony. It's urgent." Within moments, her father, tech mogul Eduardo Vasconcelos, arrived. He didn't need many words. After hearing the recording, his worried face turned into the calculating mask of a businessman. Shock transformed into strategy. "Sophia, if you cancel the wedding now, he'll disappear. He'll vanish with what he's already taken. But if you marry him, he'll think he's safe. He'll let his guard down. And that's when we'll get the proof we need to destroy him once and for all." Her sharp mind processed the plan. The wedding wouldn't be the end, it would be the beginning of a war. "He wants to play dirty, Dad? Then let's play," she said, her icy determination strong enough to intimidate even her father's fiercest rivals. The white veil, once a symbol of innocence, now became her armor. The altar wasn't the end of her single life, but the battlefield for her liberation. Sophia walked down the aisle with a calculated smile. Every step was a decision, every glance a shield. Pedro, blinded by arrogance, saw her only as his golden ticket, never realizing he was stepping right into her trap. His vows, dripping with lies, were met with Sophia's equally false promises. "I do." Her words echoed through the church with a weight only she understood. The kiss that should have sealed their love was, for Sophia, the beginning of her vengeance. Their honeymoon in Milan became the perfect stage for her first act. Pedro, euphoric, made calls and flaunted his new status through Sophia's connections, oblivious to the storm brewing. Meanwhile, Sophia played the role of the perfect wife. Secretly, she snapped pictures of his documents, checked his phone while he slept, and sent everything to her father's team. She discovered he had stolen trade secrets and was planning to embezzle company funds. Over dinner, Pedro, overconfident, revealed even more about his schemes, unaware that every word was recorded and analyzed. "Pedro, you have no idea, my love, how much we're going to thrive. The future is bright, and I hold the keys to it. Sophia, I know, darling. I can't wait to see it." The truth was, every photo, every email, every whispered plan was another piece in the puzzle sealing Pedro's fate. Vengeance, she realized, was a chess game and she was several moves ahead. When they returned to Sao Paulo, Pedro, convinced he had won, was greeted by Eduardo, but instead of a celebration, he was confronted with a mountain of evidence. His triumph turned into despair as he realized he had walked into a perfect trap, arrested for fraud and conspiracy, his contracts canceled, his reputation in ruins. Pedro was abandoned even by Helena, who couldn't bear the scandal. He lost everything. Sophia, on the other hand, filed for divorce, reclaimed the family jewels, and rose as the new director of the company. No longer seen as a naive baroness, she proved herself a born leader. Using her experience, she founded an organization dedicated to helping women escape abusive relationships. Through her journey of self-discovery and empowerment, Sophia forgave Pedro and forgave herself for once being naive. Free from the way of the past, she opened her heart to new love. That love was Arthur, a kind, honest architect she met at a charity event. Arthur wasn't dazzled by her fortune, he admired her intelligence, her resilience, and the passion in her eyes when she spoke about her foundation. They married, built a family, and lived a happiness that was real. Sophia's ending wasn't just a happily ever after out of fairy tale. It was proof that life rewards those who stay true and fight for their dreams. Sophia's story reminds us that life isn't always a fairy tale, but we do have the power to rewrite it. Her journey teaches us that true victory doesn't come from revenge, it comes from transforming pain into strength. Don't define yourself by your mistakes or the betrayals you've endured. Define yourself by your ability to rise again and fight for your happiness. And what about you? Have you ever felt betrayed or humiliated? How can you turn that pain into strength? What's your greatest fear and how can you use it to fuel your journey forward? Are you ready to break free from the weight of the past and move ahead? Don't let fear or insecurity hold you back from your dreams. Take inspiration from Sophia's story and start writing your own happy ending. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one.